What's going on, guys? Today we're going to get into the things that you should have stocked up in your house. We never know what's going to happen in this world and in this country, so it's best, be prepared. So there's no particular order. There's a bunch of stuff around me, so I'm just going to talk and try to hurry up with it. So first things first is ammo. We already went over this in the last one for bartering and trading, but it's always good to have extra ammo. You never know what's going to happen. So ammo, number one. Next is prescription medication. If you're diabetic, whatever it is, have a chronic illness, I highly recommend you have at least 6 months on hand. So yeah, medication. Next is feminine slash condoms, I guess you could say. I actually repurposed this bag from the chiropractor that they gave me, so I actually have tampons in here. So actually, I usually put tampons and pads in here. I do have nieces, so, and a wife. So these are actually pads right here. You can actually get these at Costco's. You can get, I think this is a 36. You can get two 36s at Costco's and Sam's. So I don't shop at Sam's anymore, but yeah. So you can actually use these for a gash too. So instead of the Israeli pressure dressing I showed you guys, put that on there, cinch it down with tape, you're good to go. When it comes to condoms, you can do a lot with condoms actually. So they're not only used for their intended purpose. I actually got these from the VA. But what it is that you can use these for water. You got to put these on the front of your gun, on your muzzle to stop the rain from hitting it. You can do that. If you got to store something, like let's say you got to make something waterproof. So yeah, there's 3 things right there you can use with condoms without their intended purpose. So yeah, condoms. Next is fuel. So I have a lot of fuel things I'm gonna show you guys. This one is butane. This is for the small stove that I have. So next is propane with a torch adapter. Costco's and Sam's again, big box store. Get a lot of these. I think there's 4 for 15 bucks. I'm sorry, not 4, 6 for 15 bucks. So yeah, I have a bunch of these. Plus I go camping too. So next is a candle. Not particularly a scented candle, but any candle really. Electric may go out, So if electric goes out, your AC more likely is going to be off. You can open up your windows, have a candle for lighting. So next is a Bic lighter. This is actually my wife's, and a torch. The torch actually takes butane, which this is the butane that I use right here. You can get it bigger than this, but this is what I prefer. I have a lot of these. It's easier for me to carry too. So yeah. You can actually go to Walmart. I don't shop at Walmart anymore, but you can go to Walmart, buy about 4, 5 of these I think for about $2.50. So Bic, you can't go wrong with Bics. Also, I highly recommend you take off that child lock too. It's useless. It doesn't make any sense. So, I have a Zippo I showed you guys in the bug out bag. This is the fuel that I use for that Zippo. You can also use it just to start a fire if you need to. Douse it on whatever you got to. You use one of the matches and you send it and call it a day. So yeah, fuel. Next is the Thermacell refills, the one I showed you from before in the bug out bag. So just stock up on those. You never know. AC goes out, you gotta be out in the open. Mosquitoes gonna come and tear that ass up, especially being in South Florida. So it's good just to have. This is the 120 hours. So I actually have 4 of these. So. Next is cigars, smokes, whatever you wanna call it. We never know when the next supply is gonna come in, especially for my marijuana heads out there. So yeah, cigars, smokes, marijuana, things like that. Next, alcohol. You guys seen my last video. Highly recommend you guys stock up on alcohol. I'm not saying you need to go all willy-nilly and go get each genre like how I did. But yeah, just go get you some alcohol, have it stocked up. Hey, the world going to shit, you might want to get fucked up. Let's be honest. So, yeah. Next is food. So this is ISO whey protein. Gotta get the muscles up, especially with whatever happens. And plus the shelf life on here is amazing. So I've had this over 6 months now because I injured my shoulder again. So, but yeah, see, still going strong. So that's the first thing is protein powder. Next is honey. We already talked about this. You can do a lot with honey. You can actually make an IV with honey. You can actually put this over wounds if you need to. So yeah. Next is beef jerky. If you let's say you're not really a fan of beef jerky, It sucks to suck, but it's the end of the world. Let's be honest. A lot of people out there, vegans and whatever. I don't knock you guys. You guys are your own community. You do what you want to do. Me, I like my protein. So beef jerky, you put this in a shrink wrap. You know, you can shrink wrap it down enough, no air gets to it. You know, a vacuum sealer, and it's good to go. This is sugar-free Sims, so that's what I eat on a daily basis. Next is noodles. Noodles of any kind. These are protein noodles. These are Shin Ramen. This, to me, personally, is like my go-to Shin out there. So it's a spicy one, too. But, guys, keep in mind, rule of thumb, which we're going to get into water cans soon. Make sure you guys have an adequate amount of water to heat these things up. You just can't just have it all stocked up and not have water. You're going to be eating noodles without any water. So, yeah. Next is any canned goods. This is the tuna, the Korean tuna, the famous one. Me and my wife, we don't really eat the American tuna no more. It's a bunch of lies and crap. We'll get into that. But yeah, this is the one we eat. You know, preferably if you can get your tuna in oil. If you can, it lasts a little bit longer. So. Next is the biggest one: water. This is Zephyrhills. You guys know I'm in Florida, so Zephyrhills is what I do. This is the closest to alkaline you're gonna get without having to pay for it. So if you're alkalining it up like me, highly recommend water. So you can go to Costco's and buy a pack of 40 for $10. So, and it's the big ones too, 16.9 ounces. Next, sunflower seeds again, non-perishable. These came, I believe they came from Thailand. Like I said, I don't do the American stuff no more. Too many preservatives in it and foolishness in it. So yeah. PB3, went over this before. Peanut butter, you know, shelf life is pretty good. So, peanut butter. Next, we're gonna get into kind of somewhat cleaning in a way. Listerine. I don't use Listerine for oral. I actually transfer the rest into a smaller one that I use. But antiseptic, very good for antiseptic. You gotta clean. That's what it was intended for before it became mouthwash. So, little history fact. Next is Lysol wipes and actual Lysol spray. You gotta disinfect and clean things, guys. It's the end of the world, especially if you're bugging into. You gotta keep things clean. You don't want to live like a pig and end up sick. That's the worst thing that can happen to you. 3 of these, $14 at Costco's. Bought these at Sam's when I did shop at Sam's. This was 5 of them, I believe, for $10, and they're pretty big too. So this is lemon scented. Next is rubbing alcohol, peroxide, and cotton balls. Cotton balls can be used for a lot of things: to start a fire, filter water, you know, white wounds, things like that. So that's why I have it. That's why it's still $7. This is self-explanatory. People, you're gonna get hurt, dinged up, banged up. So yeah. This actually is not meant, I guess you can say, to be used orally. A lot of people do it. If you guys do it, I highly do not recommend it. It takes away good bacteria and bad bacteria. So what I highly recommend you guys use this for, if you guys have blood on your clothes or something like that, use hydrogen peroxide, it'll come right out. So yeah. Next is glass. Anything glass, guys. Glass, you can put it in a fire. You can do a lot with glass that you can't do with plastic and other things too. Plus it's less toxic too. So this is an old pickle jar. So I have a lot of glass. So glass. Next is fireworks. Reason why I have fireworks and I stock up on fireworks, you can do a lot with fireworks, guys. A diversion, you need to get away from somewhere. You know, they even have them where you can have smoke. You know, go to TNT, go get you some smoke. So you can do a lot with these. You guys get the deck cord where they do the cakes with to line them up, and you can do a booby trap. You can make booby traps out of these. So that's why I highly recommend fireworks. Next is, which I have a big bag down here, and the bag busted, so I'm gonna show you guys. Charcoal. I'm a grill dude. I love to grill, and I love charcoal. But yeah, charcoal, you can do a lot with charcoal. Filter water out, things like that. You know, you can eat charcoal, you know, dietary things. So yeah, charcoal. Next is, I wouldn't say you need to stock up on this, but it's good to have, is a tool bag. Everybody's tool bag's different. I'm not gonna show you guys what's in mine because I have 1,000,001 things in here. But yeah, there's a lot you can do with it. WD-40, things like that. I wouldn't say stock up on WD-40. You can get you 2 cans at Sam's or Costco's for 14 bucks. So yeah, WD-40. This is full. Just bought this actually. I highly recommend tape. You guys need to get you some tape. This is Gorilla because it's super strong, but I also have duct tape too, and I also have electrical tape and engineer's tape too. So I highly recommend you guys get tape. Yeah. Any tools you guys can find. This is kind of miscellaneous. I put it all together. When it comes to the tools, these are tools that I found. My pops had. He gave them to me. You know, I found them around. Things like that. Especially, you know how the motor pool is. So you ask people, they don't say who it is. Just take it. So yeah. Next is gun parts and things like that. This is for my Glock 19, my EDC. If you guys really think about it, you're not gonna be able to call a gunsmith if your weapon goes down. So you're gonna have to know how to do it yourself to be self-reliant. Don't depend on anybody, as I say. So this is for my Glock 19. This is my weapon cleaning case. That's everything in here. I have cotton balls, tape, you name it is in here for my weapon if I need it. So yeah. Next is a water can. I got this water can a while back. You see it's all beat up and banged up. But guys, this is one of my many that I have. Get you guys at least, rule of thumb, what I say is half a water can per person. So think about it like that way. Going back, since we're on water, I highly recommend that each person in your household have at least 2 cases of water per person, and that's just what we do. So that's just my rule of thumb. Plus 2, depending on the environment that you're in, you may drink more water, you may drink less water, but keep this in mind though, just because it is cold outside doesn't mean you're not dehydrated, so keep that in mind too. Next on the list is fuel can. Had this fuel can for a while. I actually just bought another fuel can. Shout out to Harbor Freight, they hooked me up with a diesel fuel can. So fuel can, I recommend you have at least about 3 to 4 of these at one given time. I've seen a guy had 12. So it all depends on what you're doing, what equipment that you have that needs fuel. If you have a generator, your truck, your car, things like that. So fuel can. Next is bleach. You gotta disinfect things. You may need to purify water. 2 capfuls and a gallon of water and a gallon of contaminated water, it goes a long way. So bleach, I buy this in bulk. I buy it in 3s, and I believe it's about 20 bucks for 3, and they're full size too. You guys can see. The last thing on my list, guys, is batteries. I got this case off of Amazon a while back, and it has every battery that I use and then some. So AA, AAA, the big D batteries. I even have the CR123 for my my weapons light. But yeah, guys, just stock up on batteries. I believe big box, it's $14 for 30 to 40 of them. I forget exactly, but it filled this whole thing up. This thing was actually empty, and I just filled it. I had this thing so long, and I forgot I had it. Going through the closet, I was like, oh shoot! So filled it up. And yeah, guys, batteries. Batteries go a long way. Like I said, depending on what you have headlamps, remotes, you know, those that have Xbox, unless you get the rechargeable ones, but batteries go a long way, guys. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, let me know. Like I always say, be vigilant, stay out of trouble, do the right thing, all right? Yeah, guys, go ahead, check out my YouTube, just in case TikTok does get banned. Remember, guys, every video that's on here with you guys is on my YouTube. So, all right, guys, I'll see you guys later. Have a good day.